Go! Go, go! Right, is that working? Yes! I think we're on. Right, are we on? Let's get a thumbs up. Right, he's live, he's live, he's live, he's live, he's live. He's live. Let me close that. Hello everyone, welcome back to Sendix web channel. Hopefully that's working. I haven't done this in a bit, have I? What's going on? Is that started? It should have done. It's come up on my screen that it has. Hello. Let me just check that everything's good to go. Should be. Yeah, right, we should be good now. Do we have sound? Yeah, we should do. Right. Let's see. Right, I think that's good. We'll just listen to it 1 minute. Yeah, we're all good. Sorry, I was just checking. Look, headphone sponsor, that'll be another day. Anyway, let's talk about the weather, and we'll also get everyone up who's in the chat. I'm going to pull up the screen now. Right, we're all good. Cheers, everyone, for letting me know that you can hear me. And yeah, we're good. Who's ready for some fun? Yeah. Right, I'm going to see who's here. I'm going to read out the chat, because this is what we love to do. I'm going to turn up this so I can hear it. If anyone messages. Right, so we'll shout at everyone before we begin. You know, have a little bit of a catch up. You know, a bit of a chat. Just have a bit of fun. Friday night fun. Friday night weather fun. Let me get this started let me get this show on the road. So we've got epic videos in first, and we've also had Evie. Hello to you. Barb, Mac, Chris A, Rachel Bloxham. Your yellow loving friend has arrived, who's ready to amputate her own foot. Thought I can't even walk on it. Oh, I hope you get yourself better, Rachel, with that. Hello to Jay as well. Brollies to the sky. Alright. It's nice to see everyone in here. Well, poor Iceland with those wins. I know. Yeah, I was sure it's, no, this was not inspired by you, Epic. I wanted to look at this either way. This is the wind map. I was actually going to use a different website, but I thought, why not use this then? So, yeah, see some very strong winds towards Iceland and Greenland, which there is the jet stream. The jet stream's to our north. You can see it's carrying all these low pressure systems along it. It feels like temperatures. Look at Western Russia. Look at that. Look at Russia, -40 throughout much of the country there. Especially, Eastern Russia, I should say. -40 for many parts of Europe's kind of not too bad at the moment. What have I done? Europe's not too bad at the moment. My map is messed up. I'm not sure what's going on there. There we go. Just didn't zoom in properly. There you go. So if we have a look, the Alps are cold, but apart from that, there's lots of mild air around. The UK's not too bad. It's colder in parts of like Germany, the Netherlands, but here it's not too bad. What's it been like for some people today? These temperatures are about right. They're not far off, so like for me it's 5 degrees, that's about right. But yeah, I thought I'd quickly have a look at this map. Hello to Danny V. Cool site, that one. Yeah, it is a nice site to use. I'll give you that. Hello to Moonchild as well. Hello to you. And laughs. Hello to Andrew, one of my other mods. Oh, get the cup of tea. Not specifying the brand on this one. What is up with this camera? It looks a bit bad. No, it's all good. There is some hurricanes. Yeah, there is actually. Right, so we get straight on with things. Nothing yabba yabba yabba. We'll get straight on with things. So I'm going to pull this up, and I've also got this screen switch, which I hope you all like, because it took me ages to do. And should I keep this chat on? Should I keep this chat on the screen? I have no idea. I might just remove it. There we go, because it looks a bit bad. Right, I'm going to do that. There we go. Right. Let's go through the main model output first then. I looked at this today because I did that video earlier on the Strat stuff, and I didn't really do what else, did I? A bit lazy. No, I'm joking. It's not. I wanted to do it in the live stream anyway. So at the moment we've got high pressure sat over at the top of the country, so it's not too bad. It's a bit chilly. The weekend looks quite pleasant with winds in from the west southwest. Very dry as well. So if you've got any plans, get them sorted for this weekend and into next week as well. We maintain the wind in from the southwest and west, bringing in some very mild air masses. Look at the temperatures. Whoa. 12 or 13 in the day, And even overnight, there could be some quite harsh frosts, but during the day, 13s to 14s and maybe even 15s in isolated spots are definitely possible. Now, by the 8th of March, we're turning more unsettled, with winds in from the west. Again, bit cooler for a time before the Atlantic mutes itself again. We go back into that westerly-southwesterly flow. Westerly-southwesterly flow, with winds in from the southwest, looking very mild. And look at that, 10-degree ice firm into the central England there. By 17... Oh, okay then. 13th of March, GFS bringing in a heat wave, 17 degrees in the south and east, and quite widely 16 degrees as well. Pretty pleasant there, isn't it? Keeps that southwesterly wind in to the very end. Very nice. No sign of cold with that run, I can tell you that. Looks very mild, especially from day 10 onwards. Only Scotland and the north seen some slight cooler conditions, but no remarkable. GM next, high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, winds in from a very mild southwesterly direction. Also, look forward to the spring forecast. I'm going to be talking about that later on, so enjoy that. Then the Atlantic returns around day 7, so that's a week's time, my next Sunday, with winds in from the north again. Wow, that looks like it's setting up a block towards Greenland. High pressure out in the Atlantic towards Greenland. Low pressures to our south. Winds are in from a cold northeasterly direction, so that's a complete contrast to what we've just looked at. It's not particularly cold. There's not much cold air there. It's all to our north. But we're quite mild at this point, but you'd expect northeasterly winds to be quite cold. It's getting the synoptics pattern first before we say anything for certain. Then the ECM, very similar for the next few days again. Then that high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, towards France, and we're bringing in the winds from the west, pretty mild. West southwest, pretty mild. Then turns more unsettled with the Atlantic. However, it is raising heights again to our north, towards Greenland again, or trying to, and Scandinavia. But we've got low pressure trapped underneath it, I should say, and it looks pretty mild. Yeah, we're bringing in winds from the west, southwest again. So up to day 10, looks very mild with all of the options. So what you all make to that one. Good evening to Spirit as well. Hello, how are you? Let me have a read through. Ben as well. You're all right. You're right. Been very frosty in Morpeth. Yeah, you have, haven't you? Yeah. It's not too bad. I don't think it's too bad, is it? It has been quite cold on the nights, but during the day it's not been too bad, I don't think. Wednesday was the wettest day of the week. I cannot remember. Meant to be weather forecast. I don't even remember what happened on Wednesday. What it was like. Right, let me just make sure everything's good. Got how many of you in here? We've got 26. Wow, more than I expected. We have 11 likes on the stream. Guess I need to just make them more regular, don't I, like I used to. Get them likes up to 20. Let's see if we can get to 20 likes. I'm just going to change this title a little bit. I'm just going to do that. What? Oh, there we go. We do that. There we... Okay. Right. Do you want to type properly, please? Thank you. There we go. See, fixed it. Apologies about that, everyone. Who wants to look at the I'm glad I'm wearing yellow? Of course you are. Of course you're wearing the yellow. Oh, of course. I'm not surprised. Oh, thank you, James, for subscribing. Much appreciated. Sorry, I'm just sorting that out. Hello to you as well. I did see that message. Right, let me have a look. I want to look at the CFS next, but it's not out yet. Ugh. To wait for that. Who wants to see the strat then? Here we go. This is the GFS, the 12Z run. Let me bring that up. There we go. It's been cold but lovely. Yeah, it's been quite fresh, but not bad at all. This is what we've been monitoring the last few days, as you see. Got me quite a few views. I'm joking. This is the warming gathering pace, which is moving towards the polar vortex. So it's over Siberia and the North Pole and the Nordic regions, and it's moving. I would say another word, but I think I might get banned off YouTube. It's moving though towards and displacing the polar vortex from its roots, over Western Europe, and this warming continues to maintain itself. I'm actually going to swap the screens. Let me know if that's any better. That's not better. That looks better. You want to see it all, yeah. So there you go. Then that warming that continues. It maintains itself towards right over the North Pole. The blue, the polar vortex at its roots, is moved southwards into Western Europe and is maintained before it tries to be weakened, but the warming does fade out or dissipate before it can properly break down the polar vortex. But at this point, it looks pretty battered. There's a lobe here towards in the Atlantic, and there's a lobe over Western Russia. It's kind of a messy picture there. I would expect this to reverse the zonal winds and be a sudden stratospheric warming, because look at that weakening. That's pretty intense weakening, I'd say. Because it's just because the warming's maintained for so long, it does eventually do the deed and break it apart. Don't know how to say that in a better way, but it does eventually break it down. So I'd say that's not a bad run. It's a success. It is a successful breakdown. Good cup of that. I'm gonna actually go to, well, we'll let that load, then we'll have a bit of fun with that. But I also want to load up Weather is Cool. Don't ask why it's called that. I have no idea. Because there has been a little subtle change on the GFS 12Z suite. Because the change is that the probability, in my video it was 87%, but now it's 74%, so there's something impacting the models recently, which is changing the probability of an SSW. Is it going to backtrack like I thought it might? We'll see. I mean, the majority are still going. This is the 0 line, so this is the threshold for a major SSW, Sudden Stratospheric Warming. As you can see, a lot of these runs are gathering below that line, but there are a few which are still above the threshold for SSW. Most of the runs are weakening the zonal winds from where they are at the moment, which is, above average. Strengthened zonal winds, but there's still quite a high majority reversing them, but there is that little bit of uncertainty developing again. 74% are reversing them and 26% aren't. So, still the colder, or I should say the reversal is winning out at the moment, but we'll have to see how it develops. You can see the CFS model there is not even bringing in that warming very much, and it actually brings the warming in April. So you'll have to see what you think. See what you think to that one. But yeah, let me see. Hi, send it. Hello to you, Crift. It's been a while since I see you. All the model runs are scattered. Yeah, hello to you, Earth. You're not late at all. I've only gone through the strat. I'm not too sure. Crift, I'll be honest. I said this on to Ben and Gavin that when we were talking. I'm still a little bit on the fence about it all, to be honest. Remember, if you stay tuned, I'm going to show off my forecast for the spring, and we will mention that towards the end of the stream. If there are any charts that you want me to show you, please do just let me know in the chat. I'm going to actually see what all the runs are showing in the GFS ensemble to see what sort of consistency we have with the SSW potential. Oh, sorry, the chat's flying by now. Last day of winter, yeah. April normal, yeah. Last day of winter. Hello, Crifter. Yeah, hello to everyone that's joined. Anyway, this is run number... Well, this is the control run. That warming is there. Weakens it. Looks very similar to the GFS. Splits it eventually. It would reverse zonal winds, I'd expect, but not a great one. Run number 1. Run number uno. That warming's there. Splits the PV just about. I'm not sure about that. That's not a split. That's just a displacement. Number 2, bit of backpedaling. With these, 1 minute. I'm just fixing up my screen. That's not great, is it? That and then that. There we go. Run number 2 is that splits it. That does split it in the longer term, but with the lobe going into Canada, well, one lobe going into Alaska and Canada, and one lobe going into Western Europe. But very end of the run again. This is not looking great. Why does it keep resetting my screen? Run number 3 weakens it massively, but again, it's only a displacement. Run number 4. Let me just load that up. Maybe a chilly April. Yeah, it's not looking great, these. Run number 4 is a displacement. That's not really a split. Run number 5. If we get a displacement, it's not going to do much, I'll be honest. Run number 5. Messy picture again, but only displaces it. Run number 6. It does stretch it to its limit, but it doesn't break it. That one does. That's a proper one. That's a proper one. So run number 6 is what you want. That's what the GFS 6Z was showing. It was showing a proper split. That's what you want to see, though. The PV is obliterated. There's no left of it. There's these blues over Western Russia and Canada there. Not much there at all, is there? Let's be honest. It's obliterated. So run number 6 is a definite yes. Run number 7, that is just about a split. You can just about see it. It is a technical split. So that's not that bad. Run number 8 weakens it massively. I mean, there's no left of it, but I guess it's just like a displacement. Run number 9. I mean, you can see the PV is going to get battered either way, but the extent to which it does is uncertain. Run number 9 batters it again. Not much left of it. Run number 10. Now that strength, that keeps it strong. So that's just a displacement. That is not an SSW at all. Run number 11 is a definite split. Yeah, there you go. That's split there. Proper split. Small lobe over Western Russia there. Not much left of it there. Run number 12 is a displacement, but it does weaken it a lot. Run number 13 is a displacement. Run number 4, I'm just going to fly through these now. Run number 14, that keeps it strong until the very end when it does split it, but again, that's a weird split. I wouldn't expect it to happen like that. 15 keeps it strong. Nothing much to say about that one. Run number 16 keeps it strong. I mean, it doesn't keep it strong. I mean, it's dead, but there's nothing left of it. It's still together. It's not like split. So it's displacement. Run number 7. These don't look great, I'll be honest. Run number 17. Would it reverse it? Yes, they would all reverse zonal winds, but not causing a split vortex. They're all kind of keeping it together, even though it's basically dead. But remember, it does naturally weaken as we go through the winter. Run number 18. That's killed it, but it's not. It's only a displacement. Run number 19. That is a split just about. Run number 20. That is a split. Yeah, that is a proper split. There you go. One lobe from the west, one lobe to the east. Yeah, pretty good split. 21. I don't know why I said it. I do apologise. That keeps it together, so that's not a that's just displacement. Run number 22. That's a split. Not bad. 23. This is not looking great, I'll be honest, from these runs. 23 is a split. 24. That is a proper split. Yep. 25 is a displacement. Again, that looks quite strong there, so it doesn't really do much. 26. Messy picture again, but it does just displace it. Probably would be an SSW, though. 27 does split it properly. There you go. 2 lobes going apart. 28. This is not looking great. 28 splits it. Yep. 29 does pick up at the end then. 29 doesn't split it. And run number 30, 30, just about splits it. You can just see the split there. That's a little bit iffy, to be honest. Swing on my calendar, March the 20th. So as everyone calling it the last day of winter today, it's technically clocks forward in March, yeah. The Met Office use all months which is easy to record. Spring is March, April and May. Official start is the equinox, yeah. Me tearing my hair out, yeah. Yeah. Last day of winter. We have to see anything can happen. Yeah, of course, yeah. Evening to you, Gab. Scratch my head. Yeah, we've just gone through the strat data. It's not looking that good anymore. It's not looking as good as it did before, if we're being honest. 74%, so that chance has gone down by 14%. It's not much, but it's a significant change, isn't it? So we've got to get the cup of tea. Damn. Right. Sorry about that. Right. Let's get on with this. Right. I've done that. Done all that. Oh, here we go. Right. I've got this up. So this is the runs. These are the daily runs. So the red line is this is the 25th of February. This one's the 26th of Feb. This one's 27th of Feb. This is 28th. These are the midnight runs. So you can see the change because a few days ago the chance was quite minimal. So the 0 degree line is there, and as you can see, the 28th run today, the 28th midnight run, is dropping below the average. You know what I mean? This is taking all of them 33 runs and putting them into a chart of how they're evaluating the polar vortex to be disrupted, displaced, or to be stable. You can see at the moment that it is strong, very strong, but it is weakening. But then as we go on, it's definitely weakening by the end. So the 15th of March, you can see it's weakened, it's displaced. And that drop is more sudden than it was before. So it's dropping it down to reversal around the 12th of March. That's the pinpointed area where things could, change. We could see a change. Oopsie daisies. No, move that one. Now the CFS we had a look at earlier, but I haven't loaded it up yet. So we can't look at that yet. But my favourite AI model has loaded with the 12. So that's way early, isn't it? Let's have a look then. My favourite model, the AI FS1. Yeah, good to see everyone. Good to see you as well. I hope you're alright. Right, let me bring that up. Friday Night Wobble. Yep, of course it is. It wouldn't be a Friday night. Send its new edition of the Friday Night Live without a wobble, would it? So with the AI model, my old favourite, old faithful model, which is always wrong now for some reason. My 7th of March is allowing low pressure to encroach from off the Atlantic, but then does turn slightly colder with the -5 line getting into Scotland. But again, this model's very tentative with bringing any cold air in, I'll be honest. A lot of the other runs aren't showing this northerly, that northerly shot there. High pressure does build to our northeast, towards Scandinavia, brings in an easterly wind with the -5 line. I'm surprised it's showing that, because if we look at the 6 head run, none of that in sight. If we go to there, nothing of the sort, really. It does try and build one at the very end, but there's not very much cold air around. But on this run, it's bringing in an easter. There's not much wind. There's not much cold air to access. Does give it a go. Low pressure's running in from off the Atlantic, though, so it turns very mild very quickly. On that brief easterly wind, there could be a few wintry showers, but most likely rain in the south. But it's 12th of March. It's bloody long way away. It's very unlikely to verify, if I'm being honest. It's not looking great. These are the GFS ensembles, the 12Z run. A very mixed picture. AI model. Yeah, I use that one a lot. I use that model a lot. I know it's terrible. It used to have the best verification rate, but I'm not sure now. It might have dropped over the last few weeks and months. These are the upper air temperatures. They look a bit small. I'm going to zoom that in. Zoom it in. Right, move that there. Move that there. Move that right there. And then this is the upper air temperature profile. I'm going to move this up. Get out my way. Thank you. There we go. 4th of March. So this is now. So around average, around slightly below average. Rise to above average. The weekend going above average for most. So feeling pretty pleasant. By the 6th of March. So that would be the Thursday next week. Thursday and Friday next week looks quite mild. Temperatures maybe even reaching the mid-teens in the southeast. Before there is a eventual gradual drop-off, there's the GFS run on its own, bringing in the 10-degree isotherm with the 17-degree heat wave, which it's bringing in. Not many other runs are going for it. A lot of scatter around the 8th, 9th and 10th of March, with some colder runs mixed in with some milder runs. Still a little bit of uncertainty surrounding that low pressure off the Atlantic. Then it does go above average again, another peak, and then another trough. So, looking pretty zonal. The GFS run before was actually bringing in a block and bringing in northerly winds, but that's kind of dissipated. There's one run there. Let's see what this one's doing out of interest. Just for a bit of fun. Ignore this one because it's a complete outlier at the very end. What's it doing? Yep, of course. Bringing in a random northerly shot, and apparently that brings the -10 line down. I mean, I'm not sure about that. -10 into Scotland and Northern England there. Not sure about that one. Run number 22. I think you're a bit off the mark. I'm not sure about that one. I'm really not sure about that. If you haven't seen as well, these are the this is the radar you can see for today. So this is that you can see my camera's being weird today. I do apologise. This is the loading. Thank you. That looks so small. Not like me. The weather will do what the weather will do, but I need to know. This is the weather front. There's a weather front encroaching from the Atlantic, as you can see here. Just out to our west, that's pushing inland. That's going to bring a little bit of rain, but it is going to weaken as it moves inland, as you'll see here. That is going to move closer to the UK, but doesn't quite get in. At that point. However, into Saturday, it's making moves. As you can see, it's bringing some rain into parts of the west, but it is dissipating quite quick. I'm going to bring up the Weather Outlook. It's a very good website. And I'm going to show you the precipitation for the next 5 days. Happy it's the weekend. Yeah, me too. I'm very happy it's the weekend. And hello to you, James. I've just seen you join in the chat. I'm going to actually change the screen. That's just made it worse. 1 minute. Right. Look at me. These fancy settings, and I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Yep, good evening to you, James. Cold weather. We're looking at impacts, remember, at the end of March into start of April. And I will be talking about my spring forecast. And you're all going to be like, But no, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be amazing. Anyway, this is that weather front I just showed you on Meteor. This is the forecast for the next 5 days from the UK Met Run, UKV. So we've got this band of rain moving in from off the Atlantic, or this weather front, I should say, moving in from off the Atlantic, bringing some thick cloud and some patchy drizzle in places in the northern England, but it doesn't last for very long. Could be a few heavy showers though. Through the early hours of Saturday morning. That dissipates away, moves away, and then we go more cloudy with patches of drizzle, maybe for northern England there in the west. Then there's a little area of rain moving across Scotland there, and that moves southwards, bringing some thick cloud again through Monday into Tuesday, and keeping it mostly dry in most areas are quite dry. Then more rain approaches from the north, but coming southwards, bringing some quite heavy rain to Scotland. So might have a bit of cold rain there, and lots of rain around. If you have a look at there's a bit of rain in the north, but the south and central, southern and eastern areas, I say mostly dry. Could be a few showers in the west as well, which it's not picking up on. But again, overall looks pretty pleasant. Today the upper air temperature, the highs have been about 11 degrees. Not exceptional, not too cold either. Pretty average temperatures. Overnight tonight there could be a frost in the south and the east. Pretty harsh frost actually, getting as low as -1 over your higher ground. But even in cities there, look, 3 degrees. In London, pretty chilly nights. And then rural again, a little bit lower. The UKV is a bit hard to pinpoint. Colder, cold nights, pockets of colder air. Daytime highs though tomorrow are pretty dismal, really, aren't they? Not dismal, but just kind of flat. If the sun comes out, it'll feel quite pleasant. Like today, it's felt pleasant. It's been cold, but it's been quite pleasant, quite crisp. 10 to 11 degrees in the central and eastern areas, and the southwest, of course. Through good Saturday and Sunday night, again a cold night for the south, lows of freezing, and then by daytime, midday, 9, 10, 11, around average really, maybe slightly above. Into the early hours might reach 12, and then by Monday morning, frost in the far south again. Probably getting sicker, fed up of frost in the south, before reaching 10, 11 degrees on Monday. Into Tuesday, again another frost in the far south, but then Tuesday daytime, 10, 11, 12 degrees possible in the south. Wednesday, there's milder air moving in for all. Look at that for Republic of Ireland, 13, 14, 15 degrees possible. And then for many parts of England, rising above 10 degrees. It's not too bad. It's nothing too special, just kind of around average to slightly above average temperatures. But it will feel pleasant with areas of sunshine around. And there will be quite a bit of sunshine, surprisingly, for the next few days. Right, anyway, let me see. Looks very wet for me, all the joys of living in Scotland. Fancy fish and chips? Well, we'll have to see what we can organise, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll just have to see what we can work out. I do as well. I fancy some fish and chips. Might be lovely. Might be lovely there, you know what I mean? Might just have to visit. Where's the content, though? Been lovely seeing blue sky and a few cumulus clouds going by, but still cold. Yeah, it's pretty chilly, you know. Still need to wear a coat, but it's not too bad, is it? Let's be honest, it's not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, again, overnight it's colder, but during the day it's around to slightly above average. Something like that. Type yes if you'd like to see my spring forecast. We'll be revealing it soon because I've kind of showed everything now. Just a quick live stream for you all. It is spring, so variable. And I also want the milder weather. So let's bring in the milder weather. Why not? 7:30. And would you like to see the spring forecast from Send88? I mean, Send It's Weather channel, I should say. That's my old channel. Do not search that up. Yeah, normal spring services resume. This is a nice spring. Sun, rain, sleet or snow, it's off to work, I have to go. What a rhyme. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Do it, that's not mine, that's Gav's. Ben, you can't say that. Send it. There you go, send it. Send it in the chat. Nah. Right, get the face come a bit bigger for this one. This is serious news. I've got it on my pad here. Right, we're doing it. Hello to you, DZ Mohammed, as well. How are you doing today? 35 you are hearing this. Oh, Micro Winter's up. Yeah, it is over. Well, I mean, that technically is over. We've got to get the big camera on. Right, got it on here. Right. Let me read this. Just make sure I'm just ticking off my checklist as to what happened in the winter so far. So I got that one wrong. I got the cold spell wrong. I got that wrong. I got that wrong. I got that one right. I got the rain right. I got the rainfall right. Yeah. But I also got the cold spell there wrong. Some Twitter man didn't like my comment there, so I got that one wrong. Right. Anyway, so winter. I mean, well, that's a great start. Time for the news. Yep. On tonight's story, we're doing this. Right. Newsreader, send it. Maybe that's a future job. No, I'm not doing that. Anyway, so stop waffling. Just get on with it. Right. So March is going to be a quite mild month. I expect below average precipitation. Middle of the month might turn more unsettled and variable. Slightly cooler at times, but again, oscillating between milder and cooler sectors. However, towards the end of the month and into the start of April, I expect that there will be a sudden stratospheric warming. I was a bit tentative about that. You know that, Ben. I was a bit tentative about a SSW. I do think there will be an SSW, though, around the 13th of March. And I think that will have impacts, or it will have effects at the end of the month. So, end of March into the start of April. Just when we don't want it. But it's the weather for you, isn't it? But I do think that we could see quite a significant spell towards the end of the month. It's not going to change the March CET. It's still going to be half a degree to 1 degree above average, I'd expect. Maybe more. Maybe up to 1.5 degrees above average. But I do think something significant will come from the SSW. If it comes off, of course. But I'm going to say it is. Why not? Sod it. You only live once. Again, doesn't always mean cold weather, but to me, yes, it does this time. The synoptic patterns, I think, are lined up for it, and I think they have been trying to show this through Jan and Feb. So, what I will say, is I reckon that April will be mixed. So the start of the month is going to start off quite cold, but high pressure is going to be set over the top. So frosty nights, but quite pleasant days. I think we'll get much more below 0 temps in March. It's hard to say. Don't think so. I really don't think so. My forecast is quite mild for March, but then end of March I think could be a big change where we don't want it. My brain automatically assumes cold weather to be sunny and warm. I am odd. To be fair, don't tell Hazel. Yeah, she won't like it if I said end of March, April, would she? No! I can't blame her. We gotta like Hazel. Hazel's brilliant. Anyway, let me see. So, April, start of April is going to be colder than average, but quite dry. High pressure is going to be centred close to the UK, so it might be quite cold nights, which won't be great for farmers, but through the days, 8, 9, 10 degrees, even with a cold air mass. You need a very cold air mass to see, cold days, snow and all that sort of stuff, but it's not completely out of the question. I put it at about a 10% chance. Middle of April turns more unsettled, though. Then the end of April turns a lot drier and milder as well, I'd say. I've put here temperatures getting as high as 18, 19, or maybe even an isolated 20 in the far southeast. And then May, you'll all love May, because I've said my title is Get Your Barbecues Out, and I've put highs of 24 in May. End of May is going to be very pleasant, but I think the May is not going to be too bad. Sorry, I think the May is not going to be too bad. To be honest, I think it will be above average. Yeah, can't wait till May when I get it wrong. No, I'm joking. I think I've got this in the bag. So March, if you want a summary. So you see snow. Yeah, there's more chance for a white Easter than a white Christmas. Go figure, Steve. It's one of those things, really, isn't it? But yeah, I do think so. March, I'm going to say half a degree to 1 degree, at least above average. April, I'm going to say is around average. I'm going to say maybe slightly below. 0 to about 0.2 to 0.3 below average, but then May, I'm going to say, you know what, 2 degrees above average. I think it's going to be quite a mild May, quite a dry May, and quite a warm May. Yes, send it, it's right. Get that shared, get that sent to me, and I'll put it on bloody Twitter or something, and I'll get that one pinned. Let hope it not May Day. Yeah. I also think March will be mild to the end anyway. Yeah. I'm saying that as well. I think end of March is going to be a significant change and quite a shock to some people who underestimate my powers at predicting. Well, we got the Jan Feb wrong. I've got a list here of when I've predicted things. So I got the Jan spell wrong. You know, I said significant spell around the 17th, and we had the smallest amount of cold. I mean, it did get cold, but it wasn't the massive cold. Feb I got wrong, just about, but I did get some things right. So far, I'd say I've got Sendik's forecasts have got about a 2 out of 10. 6 out of 10 for synoptics and 2 out of 10 for execution. But, you know, we're learning. It's all brand new to me, and why not have a bit of fun forecasting anyway? Especially in the quieter months like now when people start leaving because they don't think there's any snow around. Then they all return in the winter. Snow. No show snow. That's what happened this winter, though, wasn't it? So the thing was, is this winter though that we had some like colder spell. Oh, nice one, Ben. I did see yours. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, that is my first ever prediction, so I've got to give myself a little bit of a newbie cheat. So I'll give myself 5 out of 10 because I did say it would turn colder. It did, but not as cold as I thought. I got mine very wrong. Well, I said December and Jan would be blizzards non-stop. That aged well on the disco. Oh, yeah, I did. I saw everyone's predictions. Yeah, mine was Jan's going to be significant cold spell, and there's going to be all this snow, and there's going to be it's going to be the big freeze, daytime temps not above freezing. That was when I got a little bit too excited, I'd say. But, you know, bold prediction, no point sitting on the fence and saying, oh, it's going to be around average when you know it's going to be below average. You love the weather forecast. Cheers, Ben. Much appreciated. Yeah, so anyway, to summarise, March will be above average. I'm going to say half a degree to 1 degree above average at least, maybe a little bit more. I'd say it's going to be slightly drier than average, but not too far from average. And I also would say... Epic, I've just seen that. And I also would say that... yeah, it's going to be quite mild. Temperatures maybe towards the start of the month, to middle of the month, maybe even reach the mid-teens, as if some of you have mentioned. Then into April, I'm going to say cold start, quite cold start. Before it turns more unsettled. Sorry about that, everyone. Pest from the west is going to start. Turning up quite with some harsh overnight frosting to the start of April. Not great for farmers, but again, with colder air masses, daytime temperatures still reaching 7, 8, 9, I'd say. Then into May, it's going to be quite pleasant, and I've wrote down here 1.5 to 2 degrees above average. I think it could be quite close to record breaking May. What do you think to that? I think it could be like June. Although I did write that July 2025 is going to be the most disappointing month of the year. So get that one written down. June's going to be nice though. June's going to be mixed but nice at times. I'm going to say 30 degrees is possible. But then July, yeah, it's going to be a absolute write-off. July can go in the bin. Rubbish. I've already got my prediction for winter 25-26 set up, and boy, let me have a look what else there is. Funny winter, cold, no snow. Yeah, I thought it'd be cold but more variable. At least I saw snow down here twice. I saw snow like once. Hello to B, hello to Richard UK Tropical Garden Projects and Mini Golf. Hopefully better year for thunderstorms. Yeah, I'd love to forecast thunderstorms. It'll be quite fun. I didn't used to like them, but, you know, now I've seen a few. They're pretty good, alright. You know, I'll enjoy forecasting them. And definitely I'll try and update my video quality a bit this year as well. That is something I'd like to do. This camera is a new quite new from when I started the channel about 2 months ago. Started using that, didn't want to put my face on the camera, my ugly mug on the camera, but now it's on there every time. So that's something, isn't it? But yeah, nice to see you, there'll be in the chat. I know it's been a bit of a waffly one, but there you go. There's me forecast. Get that one, mark it on your calendar when it's wrong. Nah, it'll be right, it'll be perfect. Doing well. Cheers, Ben. Much appreciated. Right, well, let me think about this. I'm actually going to show you the CFS because it's the best model. Just saying, best model is the CFS. Right, where is it? Can't forecast snow. Oh, it's out 720 hours. That is looking good. 30 days, here we go. Right, high pressure centre to the south, low pressure to the north. Looks very pleasant for the next few days. And then around the 7th of March, not so I'm talking like that. The 8th, 7th, 8th of March turns more unsettled and colder with winds in from the north, low pressure sinking south. Looking quite mixed. Then there's that brief easterly but not very cold again. Then we turn more westerly again for the rest of the month. This is looking good. For my prediction anyway. Then turns slightly colder with winds in from the north, but again, no cold air. No cold air nearby. Then high pressure re-establishes over and just to the west of the country. Looking quite nice. Even though it looks quite cold up for our temperatures. Probably quite nice and quite crisp and sunny days. To wrap out the end of March. Then... Oh... And then, just when he says end of March is going to be cold, look what the CFS does. Brings in the bitterly cold air from the north. High pressure is extending to our west, up towards Greenland, mid-Atlantic ridge. Bang. Hello, winter. Nice to see you again. Brings down a bitterly cold northerly wind at the very end. Quiz would be fun. Yeah, I'm going to do one. Epic. I will do one. That'll be fun. And I'm going to do Q&As and all that sort of stuff as well at some point. That will be quite fun. There you go. Let's see if we can extend that any further. Here comes the bitterly cold northerly winds at the end of the month. Right, it's on my prediction. See, it knows. It just knows. All right. That low. We're gonna keep watching a little bit because it's fun, and I'll keep talking to the chat. Well, we've still got quite a few of you in here, even though I'm just waffling. Yeah, Evie, you've caught us live, and you've just seen us join the bitterly cold run. That low looks like it's going to go southwards, and that could produce some snow. How did I just say that? But you should do a quiz. I'll do a quiz. How cold could that produce 2 meter level? Well, let's have a look at the upper airs first. Well, you can see there's a weather front there. There's a weather front moving southwards. And behind that, the -10 lines into Scotland, the -5 lines into central England, and that would be cold enough, surprisingly, for snow. Last day, one of the last days of March, and there you go, bitterly cold northerly winds, and would certainly be a shock to the system after the mild spell just a couple of days ago, and then plunged into the winter's one last bite. But that there is what you would call a response to the strat warming. This is an extensive Greenland pie, extending as far westwards as Canada, and it's stuck in the Atlantic. It's quite strong as well. 1,055 millibars, and you can just see that cold air is plunged from the Arctic there, and Greenland, and boom, down it comes. They're bitterly cold. So we'll have to we'll keep an eye on that, because it's just updating as I'm talking. People won't include me in CFS. It's good about winter. It's good at winter weather, yeah. Remember 2020 when May 2021 brought down the -10 ice front. It snowed a lot. Don't want to repeat. Lol. Did it? I do not remember that. Oh yes, I do. I remember watching Brian Greenland by. You said send it. Looking for dry weather in County Durham so I could get the washing on the line. Lol. Yeah, should be alright though. Up to that point. I mean, from the 13th it goes very unsettled with this run. But again, it's CFS. How reliable is it? Not very reliable at all. Does look quite pleasant though, between the 22nd and the 28th of March at least. For that high pressure really does just shoot off to the moon towards Greenland there. Come on, get processing. Goodness me, it's like processing a YouTube video on my internet. No, it flies to be fair now. Easter is April 19th to 21st. Don't forget Mother's Day is at the end of March this year, cold for Mother's Day. It's a CFS. Right, will it load? Honestly, I've never seen. It's like me waiting. My patience is on the end. Send it, we got covered, lol. Actually, I've met a few warnings for snow. That must be a rare occurrence. That must be a rare occurrence. Can't forecast shizzle. Could have changed that for another word, but we're not going to. Come on! Come on. Why is it so slow? No! And if you imagine just join the stream and you just see that on the screen. Honestly. Right, I'm going to change the title. Yeah! Right. Get some more people. Bang! There's a good title. You're not wrong. I'm a polite and demure lady. Alright, well I'm not. I'm an impatient bugger. Load! What is it doing? It's too scared. It's literally too scared to show the people what they want, and that is cold. Although, do we really want cold on the 30th of March? If it's anything, proper cold blast. If it's just pitiful, trashy, easterly winds like a couple of weeks ago, which produced nothing but cold rain, then I couldn't give a poo about it, to be honest. I mean, just bring down winter's one last Arctic blast. Didn't 2021 have that -10 line? And I remember seeing some snow in April 2021, actually. Quite late on as well. CFG can't forecast something, but never snow, lol. Slow, no snow. Bit of class in the chat with B. Oh, late Easter, yeah. Everyone would be crying then. Get to shop, panic buy. Get your loo roll. Can't get to shop, love. We can't get there because there's an absolute blizzard out the door. That low probably would actually, because if you look, it's wrapped in some absolute freezer air over Greenland. If that did that, that would be an absolute blizzard around the 1st of April there. That'd be a brilliant start, wouldn't it? The Easter was so underwhelming, such a waste, because the cold was so cold. Yeah, it did feel really cold, like, you know, it always does from the east, no matter how cold it is, but it does feel quite cold, especially in winter. But in summer, you know, it can bring oh, close, yeah, it was not that, well, it did still feel cold. It did still feel cold, you know what I mean? But it was nothing really, was it, compared to how some people, don't blame me, I did not hype it up. It was not me. JMA, you produce, what's the point? Just load. I'm too impatient for this. Why is it stopped? Is it just because it's too scared to show me what the people want? Right, where is? You know, I'm going to take a look at the extended range of the ECM, you know, the out to 384 hours, because let's see if it's showing anything interesting there. Will this show any interest for the end of the month? We'll have to switch the charts now, because we're on the wrong view. There we go. Cold Mother's Day, snow chance, yeah, I agree. CFS doing CFS things. This is the rest of the ECM run, for anyone interested. Ticks out to day 10 there. So, the ECM has that colder snap, but it's not very cold at all. It's quite average, really, average air masses. Before it returns the Atlantic, mild air returning from the southwest. Again, ridging by the very end, but again, 17 days out. Again, 0% chance. But again, slight building of heights to our west in the Atlantic. Could that shoot towards Greenland and shove this low southwards? No, it couldn't. No, it really couldn't. With that one. But that's the latest update on that. Right, will it actually load? 15 to 16 years ago, B. Right, will it load? I'm done. I'm done. Why? It loaded them so quick, and all of a sudden it stops, right? CFS, load. This is starting to wind me up now. So is it on here? Run CFS daily. That's the wrong run. Guess I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs, honestly. What is this? Oh my god, it loaded. And then it all falls apart. All that wait, but it is in cold air, so that would produce some snow. Yeah, it would produce some snow. That is a snowmaker, to be fair. On the shall we start a bet for snow at Easter? I bet a cream egg it will. I'm not betting anything. Too young for that. This low is a polar low though, or I'd say an Arctic low, whatever you want to call it. and that is sinking southwards with some cold air in place, but the winds turn more westerly, the block breaks down too quick, and then it turns milder a little bit, but that is enough to produce some snow, I'd say. By the 1st of April, we are all in quite cold air. Temperatures probably, you can see it was 6 degree ice firm there, or 6 degree temperatures there, but above that, it could be lower than 3. So around, I'd say Northern England there. It's probably just Southern Scotland actually seeing less than 3 degrees. That is not a love art, by the way. Less than 3 degrees in Scotland, maybe, but breaks it down super quick, and here comes the Atlantic. Well, that was a major disappointment. I am thoroughly disappointed. I want a refund. Yeah, it breaks it down. I mean, how does that block there weaken like that? I mean, what is going on? What is this? Proper block. That'd take years to go away. It just disappears like that. And oh, here we go. Here's the Atlantic. Well, that was disappointing. Thoroughly underwhelmed. I already had 2 Easter eggs. Be 100 to 1 for snow late April. Nah, suit you fine. I've already had one. No, I really haven't. I haven't. Cream eggs too expensive. Can't afford them these days. Honestly, who do you think I am? Do you think I'm made of money? Not made of money, guys. Would take 8 years, 4 months for that block to. Honestly, that is such a strong block. How does it break you down in a literal second? Look at that. Like, that would take years, and then all of a sudden, oh, hello! Nice to see you, Atlantic. Much appreciated. Going on, brings in the southerly winds, so, yeah, sod off winter, don't care. Bring in your southerly winds and bugger off. Right, that's enough of that. I'm gonna get too angry if I carry on. Stupid CFS. Who likes that run? Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the stream. They always overdo it. Yeah, they do. We didn't with the GFS in Jan though, or Feb, or whenever it was. All the other runs said, "Oh no, GFS is wrong," and then all of a sudden, we're waiting for this low to develop, and it just didn't. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed my spring forecast. Nice one, everyone. Remember, these will be a regular feature every Friday, unless there's a massive drop off in interest. Eating a pancake again. When is that, Gav? When is Pancake Day? When is Pancake Day? Cheers, everyone, though, for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you're new and leave a like. Get this stream to 40 likes or whatever. And, yeah, get it shared, get it followed, whatever you like to do. And I'll see you all